Hello, I am live. Turn that up. So I'm doing this live stream. Hello, people joining. I'm doing this live stream tonight because I was gonna go through this and do part 1, part 2, part 3, and all that bollocks. But I thought no, I'm just gonna stick it on and have a look at it. David Weiss, Flat Earth Dave. Talking to a girl that's doing a school project on flat Earth. So I've been hearing about Dave's been going to like schools and stuff to try to spread the good word of the Earth of flat, right? And I just thought it'd be funny to cover that, so I think I'm going to get straight onto it. Not all this waffle that people do at the beginning of their lives. I ain't had none of that bollocks. Let's do this. So I just had a nightmare, by the way. I had all this set up earlier on, and then I come up and everything was fucked. So I'm like, right, okay, I've got to reset it all. Yeah, I don't know. Did you see the one when he was actually talking to a class via Zoom or something? Like I watched that a few months ago, but I'm just going to check something out now and just make sure this is working. It's working. See, I'm getting it all together now, so there's no stopping me. Right, let's press play and see what old Dave's up to then, shall we? Why not?
To do was with you because I had done the one previously. So kind of just like the same thing, just presenting evidence as to why you believe
Yeah.
the Earth is flat, and
I don't believe the Earth is flat. I know it's flat.
you know it's flat.
You
yes,
believe
so
it's a globe.
I know it's flat. You idiots, everyone else that isn't me. You all think you live on the sphere. Well, ain't like there's any evidence for that, is there?
why you know that it's flat, and try to basically just
Can I, to help me explain why I know it's flat, can I talk to you about why you believe it's not flat?
Yeah, because heaven forbid you talk about the flat Earth. Let's do your. What are the odds? Is he gonna say, "We're chasing the sun"? We're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. We're chasing the sun at 666. That's a funny number. Is he gonna do this same script? What do we think?
yeah, of course. I have questions in there too, kind of just
Okay.
like
All right, mate. Calm down. Dearth. Let's speed it up already.
so basically I just kind of wanted to start off with like, why do you know, not believe, why do you know that the Earth is flat?
Well, you would agree that all balls, all spheres have curvature, right? This
Yeah.
has curvature, right? This has curvature. So the Earth would also have to have curvature.
Hold on a second. Just reading the chat here. Did Twatsoid rage quit? I was listening to a bit of that, but they were just going round and round. You're dishonest because you said this, this, and this. And no, I didn't. You just don't understand. And like that argument happened way too many times for me to stay interested. But Flatsoid, was he doing that really nervous laugh that he does when he just sits there, like really leaning back in his chair, like nothing's phasing him, was massively flustered?
So looking at people say, well, the Earth is so big and we're just a flea on the Earth. And, you're a microbe on a basketball. You look flat. Okay, cool story. But according to the globe math, not flat Earth math, globe math, do you know how much curvature there is in 3 miles?
I do not.
6 feet, not bad. 10 miles?
It's
66 feet.
I was like, it's more than 6
66
feet.
feet. And 100 miles is 6,600 feet, which is more than a mile.
Okay.
So when I first heard about flat Earth, I rejected it. I wouldn't even watch a video. I wouldn't listen to anything. You're at least open-minded. You're listening. And finally I was forced to look. And
Oh, God, it's the story. He's doing the story. Oh, I thought it was ridiculous. We did a podcast and I thought it was a load of bollocks. And then I thought, oh, I'm just going to debunk this. And then I couldn't. Go on, Dave, tell the story.
didn't look at it with an open mind. It's just like, I'm just going to disprove this. Normally when you go investigate something, let me find out if it's true, let me find out if it's false. I went in with, let me prove it's false and let me show you the truth.
Yeah.
And it was the lack of curvature, because a buoy 10 miles away should be below 66 feet of curvature. That's a 6-story building. So if you and I were in a field.
Is Dave going to tell her that that's if you're laying on the ground with your eyes half buried in the dirt? It's the fake smile that he does as well, isn't it? He just sits back, like you can see he's massively flustered, and he just does the fucking I'm not bothered face. Hey, Culture Cats is in. Hello, mate.
There was a 6-story building between us. We couldn't see each other. But for some reason, I could see that buoy 10 miles away. So you look across a 10-mile lake, there should be 66 feet of curvature, but I can sit on the sandy shoreline on one side and see the sandy shoreline on the other side. Right?
Okay.
And then the globalists will come back and go, oh, refraction. It's refraction. It's refraction.
Yeah, what a shit excuse to use, refraction. That thing that's an actual thing.
Acting up. But if you look at refraction, it's actually the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, dumbest thing ever, that refraction. Plate Earth with a glass dome over it, not the dumbest thing ever. Refraction, dumbest thing ever.
Just show you a simple example. I don't know if I showed it last time. Did I show you the frozen lake?
You may have.
We'll look at it real quick. That's okay.
Yeah.
So here is, so refraction requires different temperatures and humidities, and it's refracting things up. Now, when you look at something in the distance, if you ever use a telescope or a super zoom camera on a beach, you look a mile down the beach and everything's distorted. It gets really weird, right? Mm-hmm. But that's because you have line of sight to it and it's getting distorted. But if there was a 10-foot wall in between you and that object or that other person, you would never see them pop up above the wall, no matter what weather front came in or anything. So this is done in the winter, no humidity, nighttime, on ice. So large bodies of water lie flat and they freeze flat. So you've gone ice skating, it's flat, right? So in this video, we show that the camera is only 6 inches off the ground, which would require, according to Earth Curve Calculator,
exactly.
the horizon for that camera, the Earth should start curving away, and at less than a mile. I think it's 0.88 miles, less than a mile from 6 inches, right? So he went and put these 4 lights out here. And this one's at 8 miles, 7 miles, 6 miles, and 5 miles. Now, again, doesn't sound like a lot, but the globe is requiring there to be a certain amount of curvature. And if we add in magical refraction, I call it magical refraction because no one has ever taken something behind a physical object and made it refract up and appear to show at eye's level, right? But all of them just show up. And adding an extreme amount of refraction that globers don't even claim is real, this should be 30 feet below the curve, 22, 15, and 9. But for some reason, they're all at that same level. So you have 2 options. The camera's here. It's looking across the flat ice and it sees 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. The other option is the camera's on a ball at 0.88 miles away is the tangent to the camera's view, and anything below this line would be blocked by Earth.
Dave loves this, doesn't he? Like, she's never thought about it at all, never watched anything. And Dave sounds like, I'm going to be honest, like the first time I ever heard Dave on a podcast before I ever did anything to create anything, I thought, fucking hell, I never thought about any of this. Is this bloke onto something? It doesn't take you long to realise that he's not, right? But he loves talking to people that haven't realised anything yet.
Earth curvature, and this one's popping up that amount, this one's popping up that amount, more and more. They all pop up. They don't start low. They don't stop low and be hidden. They don't go higher, but they all stop to make you think this is flat. Which one of those arguments sounds extremely stupid?
I mean,
the one where you just completely dismissed refraction and haven't spoke about it since because, the globers just say refraction.
In this example, it
is. And let me tell you the trick. You're in college, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you're in college, the textbook is your God. The textbook is the facts. Everything in the textbook is true.
Hello, Neil.
And so based on that, you'll make excuses and formulas and all sorts of stuff to verify to what's in the textbooks written by the Rockefellers, by the way, right? And then when you can't figure something.
The Rockefellers, they wrote those textbooks. Don't believe anything that's in them, even if it all works perfectly well. Just dismiss it. The Rockefellers, even in the UK, we've got Rockefeller books in here in our school system.
Like if I didn't explain this one to you and I just said, well, this is what's happening and this is why you can see it and it's refracting up, your mind is going to try to make sense of it, but you're going to go, you know what? I'm too stupid. You're not stupid. It's stupid.
Yes. We know you're trying to sell a t-shirt, Dave.
Okay. And they're teaching you stupid things. But in college, you just said earlier, and I got a good grade as you finished.
How did Dave, like, this is what always confuses me, but you must have some kind of thick skin to be Flat Earth Dave, because he was absolutely annihilated by Professor Dave. And he should have never shown his face on the internet again. That's done millions of views. How does this guy still come out and say this same shit?
A sentence with it, I got a good grade. How do you get a good grade in college?
Yeah, I think Conspiracy Music Studio, they wrote all of your books. I think they've been all over they're like Phileas Fogg, the Rockefellers. They're going around writing all the books. Bangladesh, they've all done that as well.
Do the work.
You will do the work. What's the work? Memorize? Well, you're doing projects and stuff, so you're giving them what they're asking.
Memorize. He's doing that argument. Yeah, all they do is memorize and regurgitate. Like, no scientist or physicist ever actually does anything. They just say what they read in a book. If it just happens to work.
Asking for. But if you want to get an A on a test, you have to give them the answers that they want. Give them the answers that the textbook tells you are true. So that's
but you've got to then apply that in the real world. You don't just answer questions and not do anything with it. Oh, this man, honestly.
That's how you get an A. How do you get a PhD? You do it again and again and again. You regurgitate and regurgitate. Right now, people say, well, there are people that come up with new ideas. Yeah, there's some, but if they go against the mainstream narrative, they get shut down. They don't get funded, and you don't get your certificate.
Yeah, because you go through all of that, all your college, learn everything, regurgitate it all, and all you get is a certificate after that. You can't actually do anything with that knowledge. It doesn't work in the real world, obviously. Just a certificate on the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said yeah to that.
So there you go. That was. There's many, many more examples of that. But go ahead. What else?
So I guess that kind of answers my next one, because I was going to ask you what the best piece of evidence that you have that the Earth is flat. I knew that
it's going to say something about the globe.
You had shown me something along the lines of that before, and there was also other things that other examples that you had shown. Are there any other examples?
Look, he's still got his app in the background as well, regardless of everything that's gone on with that. And the fact that he still hasn't decided how they faked the 24-hour sun in Antarctica yet. He's decided that that's still the one to go with, and he's still going to show it behind him.
That you have that are just like, no, this is pure evidence that this is why this is true.
Well, the thing is, when you describe to somebody, to a child, and you say, hey, I've got this boat. This is a boat. And it goes over the curvature and it disappears from the bottom up. A 5-year-old, a 3-year-old can understand that concept, right? Pretty simple, right? And that's true. Something going beyond the physical horizon of a ball does disappear. The problem,
first honest thing he said so far. Let's see where he goes with it.
Problem is, we can see beyond the physical horizon many, many, many times.
Yes, and you've already told us why, and then just laughed and didn't speak of it again.
And then you say, well, why is that? When I'm looking over the water,
hello, mate.
The water's not getting higher. It's going down and away, down and away. If you're on a ball, every direction you look, the surface should go down and away, right? Yeah. If you're standing, let's say you're in the middle of the ocean, perfectly calm, right? And you're 6 feet tall, the water's 6 feet below you. At 10 miles away, it's 66 feet below you.
Oh.
At 100 miles away, it's 6,600 feet below you. So down,
666. Is it 33 as well?
Down and away, right? So let's look at what that means. Let's find it here. So here is. So we're looking at the water here. I'm looking at a boat here and a boat out here. Now, if everything's going down and away, why is this boat higher than this boat? Because this boat should be, 6 feet below your eyes or whatever. Well, this one should be more than 6 feet below you, but it's up higher. So you ask a globe believer, you say, is this curving down and away? And they'll say, well, yes, it is, because it's required to. But we don't see it that way. Okay? So if we
no, he's going to do the corridor.
Put the boats on the hallway. A hallway's flat. The ceiling ramps down, the ground ramps up, and it's the same. The hallway is the same as.
Hello, Mike.
So hold on a second. Where did that go? I'll just turn that away. So when I say down and away, this is not to scale, of course. So everything.
He's put himself on him. That's him. That's the picture he's got of himself when he says, so Dave's on the globe. At the top, not on the bottom, because he'd fall off down, right?
You just go down and away, down and away. Makes sense on a ball. It's required to. And there's a point where my eyes will not be able to see the point of that arrow. Let's say it's right here. This one would be below curvature. Again, not to scale. We can.
Yeah, and that is the fact, Dave. That's why there is a crisp horizon. If there wasn't a crisp horizon, you would have a point, right? But there is.
Do the actual math. So I got.
Oh, look at that. A globe. He's showing it. I can't see any curvature. What's that then? What is that? Yeah, but it's straight. It's flat. Yeah, but it's crisp. It doesn't blur into the distance, does it? Debunked with your own picture. But not that that matters, right?
Got my flat water, which appears flat, but on a globe, it has to be going down and away. I put my two boats in here. The boat's higher, which is weird.
He hired the boat. I wonder how much a day that was.
And we think this is Earth curvature, right? So we compare it to a hallway. The hallway is flat.
I hope he does that thing. Has anyone seen that thing where he's got the sun coming down into like he's got this like a cartoon of the sun, and it comes down, and then suddenly, just as it dropped down a bit, just look, it's disappearing beyond the horizon.
Right? I'll fade them out. We see the exact same thing. Well, the hallway's not long enough, and it's not a fair comparison. Okay, that's an excuse, but science is scalable. Perspective is scalable, right? But what happens with the sun? We see the sun set. It looks like it's setting below the
Is he going to do the sun thing?
horizon. What is the horizon? The horizon is not a physical place. It's an apparent place. When I overlay a time lapse of a sunset, it follows this exact same perspective, and it just goes.
When have you ever seen that happen? Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, I just, all of those videos you've seen of people when they've got a romantic weekend away at the beach, and the sun just gets smaller and smaller until it disappears into a dot, and then it's dark after that. Heaven forbid you try and zoom it back in with a flare for 1 million, because it would come straight back and get light again if you did that.
Beyond the horizon. What is the horizon? Is the horizon at your eye level?
Well, no, the horizon's not at your eye level, but couldn't you argue that, for my perspective, couldn't you argue that that's why there's different time zones? Like when you're in Italy, it's 6 hours ahead because the sun's just in a different position than where you're from. Like you can't conceptually see that with your eyes because of where we are.
That's a good one. Let's get to that after we finish this.
Well, I wonder if he gets to that.
So here is streetlights. Whoops, they're all at the same level, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they look like they're going down and away. They're following the same perspective line. Can you see the streetlights that are a couple miles down the road? No, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So if this streetlight is noon above your head, well, this is like 4 p.m. out here, or 5 p.m., sunset, 6 p.m. But if somebody was underneath that light over there on the flat Earth, it would be noon for them.
Where's the one that's half obstructed by the horizon, though, Dave?
But wouldn't that be the same if it was the globe?
Yes. In fact, the globe would be exactly how it is. The sun not changing angular size and going from obstructed from the bottom up until it's gone and dark and you can't zoom it back in. That thing that we actually really see, that everybody can just go see without asking NASA or anybody else. You can just all go see that. You could live to be 100 and you wouldn't go to the beach and watch that sun do what Dave just showed it doing there.
Except we're looking at all the evidence that we see is showing a flat Earth. It's showing, we have no evidence of a globe. Here, streetlights and the sun, the water's ramping up, the ground is ramping up. Everything follows flat. There is no down and away. Down and away. Here's a simple little experiment I did.
If she knows anything about anything, he's going to get flustered at some point here.
So I got these little Jesuses on here.
That's it, CK. That is exactly how he is. I spoke to him probably 3 or 4 years ago. I knew nothing, but because I knew a little bit and because I called him a liar about the flights, he couldn't even speak. He was so angry, and he's refused to ever come on since. Like, he was like, no, man, but if you want to talk to me again, you better do more research. What you mean, less research?
And look, he's below the horizon, but they're all down and away from wherever you are. You're always on the top of the ball from your point of view. Everything is down and away. But if you look at the water is ramping up. It's not going down and away.
Sunset and the streetlights.
What's that?
It's still on the sunset.
I'm sorry. My bad.
I just was like trying to figure out
what the hell is he talking about? I like doing that once a show. So we're good now. We got my quota in. All right. So let me I think I have a little video of this. Right. So here I have them on a floor, and each one is higher. So because the floor is ramping up, the floor is flat. We know the floor is flat. I raise the camera up. It's the same thing. They're all ramping up, right?
Seriously.
Because they're on a flat surface. And if I put them on a ball, they all go down and away, but we never see down.
What's he got? What is that? A load of Jesuses on a pole. Is that his demonstration? So if you're 6,000 foot tall and you're floating above the planet, then you might get that effect and you'd be able to see the people. Jeez.
In a way, no matter how high we get, the horizon always appears to be at eye level. But in reality, if you're perfectly calm water and you're looking out at the horizon, you're 6 feet tall. If the Earth is flat, is that horizon at your eye level? If it was flat,
no.
Where is it? It's 6 feet below your eye level.
Well, if it's a flat Earth?
Oh, hang on. If they dropped the argument of horizon always rises to eye level, has that been debunked so many times that he doesn't say it anymore and pretends it doesn't?
Yeah, if it's a flat Earth, you're standing up, you're 6 feet above the water, your feet are 6 feet below you, and you're looking out X number of miles, you see the horizon, it appears to be at your eye level. Is that water at your eye level, or is it 6 feet below your eye level and it just looks like it's at your eye level?
Well, to the flat Earth argument, no, it would be at that level.
It would be at the same level as your feet, but it appears to be at eye level because that's how we see. Yeah. On a globe, say we're looking at that horizon 10 miles away, it appears to be at eye level because that's how we see it. We're supposedly on a globe, but in reality, it's 66 feet below your eye level.
But only if you got a 7 million foot Jesus standing in Africa and then another 7 million foot Jesus in America, and then float above. Go up to the ISS, and then when you can see them behind each other, that proves there's a globe.
Okay.
Well, that's what the globe requires. Yeah. Again, which one is making sense and which one is not making sense?
Yeah.
He's brought them back. The Jesus is... Is that Christmas tree decorations on a beach ball at sea? Proving what exactly?
All right. So, but
it's
here's
at our
here's
level
the
now,
trick.
is it?
Just
appears to be.
The horizon is not 6 feet below your eyes. It is not at eye level.
Who thought in reality, that was a good demonstration?
Thousands of feet above your eye level. Let me show you. So first, you have to understand what reality is.
Dave has never been anywhere near reality. I spoke to Jaren the other week, and Jaren still thinks that Dave does believe what Dave's saying. I disagree.
Got a guy standing on a pier, got a boat, got the sun, got a tree, got the water. I composited this together. So it's just, it could be a real scene, right? Guy fishing off of a pier. So from your life experience, is the water above or below the pier?
Below.
Below. Okay, because it would be on the pier otherwise.
I want some more Jesuses. I hope every demonstration he does has got Jesuses in it. That'd be brilliant.
Right? And is the boat on the surface of the water? So the bottom of the boat is actually below the pier also. The sun is above the clouds. The tree is above him and the pier. You could put that all together from your life experience. Where's the 50-story skyscraper? Prominently shown. Taking up half the picture.
There.
Is it level or is it straight up?
It perceives to be level.
If I take away the background and look up at the sun.
What is he talking about now? I can't follow his demonstrations unless he's got a Jesus in them.
Does it look like we're looking up at the sun now at noon in New York City, perhaps?
Yeah.
All right. So the sun is directly above you. It's higher than the building. Now, what happens when the sun moves to, let's say, 1 o'clock? You can't see it. Why?
Because it's over top of.
It's beyond the building horizon. Okay.
Yeah.
That horizon, building horizon, is 50 stories above the ground, right? I'm calling it a horizon because it kind of is a horizon. It's the.
Is this his best? Didn't she ask him for his best flat Earth proof? So where is it then? What's this bollocks that he's talking about?
the horizontal eye zone, horizontal, not curve eye zone, horizon. All right.
I love that. Aeroplane, because it flies over a plane. Horizon, horizontal eye zone. Television. Hemisphere. Atmosphere.
Just keep that in mind, right? So is it below the Earth horizon or just beyond the building?
It's beyond the building.
Correct. So let's look here. So you know what a perspective grid is, right? Right. So the ground ramps up, sky ramps down.
This might be the sun thing.
In. And if you notice, the back actually ramps forward. Like from here to the end of this are more boxes than from here to here. So they also get compressed. And when it gets to the point where it's completely compressed, we call that the horizontal eye zone or horizon for short. Okay. So this guy, his eyes are at this level. I'll throw a mountain in here. Got the sun up here. So let's say this mountain is 3,000
Yeah, just throw it. This is the sun thing. Just throw a mountain in there. It's easier that way.
feet above his head. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Easy peasy. So the sun is going to move from whatever time it is into the afternoon. Is it below the Earth horizon or is it beyond the top of the mountain?
It's beyond the top of the
Just
mountain.
like the building. Same thing, right? So how could I see it again? There's two ways. One, I could fly up in the air and look over the mountain and see it. Or two, if I go back far enough, I might get a better angle. So if I go back 25 miles, that's what my view is going to be. So his identical twin is 25 miles behind him.
Pause it when he does
Here's the mountain. He can see the sun over the mountain because if he's got a better angle to it.
On.
Well, from 25 miles away, the top of that mountain looks like it's at his eye level. But it's really 3,000 feet above his eye level.
Make it set.
And if the sun goes a little farther away, is it below the Earth horizon or is it beyond the mountain?
Did I miss it?
It's beyond the mountain.
If he went up in the air, you can see it again. If he went backwards far enough, you might be able to see it again. But there gets up to a point where you just...
He does it so fast now, because people kept pausing it on the bit that he drops it down one.
You won't be able to see it. So now we're going to add in an atmospheric layer. So we have clouds. Now those clouds, let's say that they're 5,000 feet above the top of the mountain. So these clouds, they're all at the same level, except they all merge into this horizontal eye zone right here. So these clouds here are the same altitude off the ground as these clouds that are above his head.
They're just in a different space.
They're just in it. Well, perspective pushes them all together. The sun is above that. So when the sun goes away again, is it below the Earth?
Oh, he's got his clouds now. So the sun's gone away again. Is that a mountain he's got there? Is that the sea? So is he suggesting that if that's the sea, on the flat Earth, you get a P1 million, you can zoom that back in?
Earth curve, or is it just beyond these clouds? It's beyond the clouds. It's beyond the mountain. He can't see it. Now, this horizontal line for a celestial object, the sun above the atmosphere, is 7,000 feet, 5 plus 3, or 8,000 feet or so above his eye line, but it appears to be his eye line. If you're brought up that the Earth is a globe and the horizon is Earth curvature, and you saw the sun do what it just did, you think that it just went below the Earth curve, but it's really just out of our view due to perspective.
Yeah.
Right? Perspective. That's why we have nighttime. Perspective.
So check this out. Here's an example of a sunset and a coin on it.
Because that's the only way it works for him, CK. He's not going to have actual mountains. The reason you can't zoom the sun back... Oh, what's he going to say?
Table. Now, this table
is under a table
higher than the camera, representing the mountains and the cloud deck in the distance. And as the sun goes away, it just disappears beyond it.
I put a short up earlier on, literally doing this experiment myself as a flat earther, obviously. And I can't believe here he is proving that I wasn't being ridiculous.
And we think we're programmed into believing that we're standing on a ball, falling over backwards faster than the speed of sound. The sun, if you go watch the sunset, I want you to go to, if you have a place to watch the sunset, go watch the sunset, plant your bare feet on the ground, ground yourself, take some deep breaths, look at the...
He's literally showing a setting, and he's got this ridiculous thing underneath where there's a camera that would have to be buried in the dirt to halfway up your eyes to get the same effect. And he's doing it with no shame.
The sun moving away. Look at the sun moving away and ask yourself, are you falling over backwards faster than the speed of sound? Or is that light in the sky just moving away?
Why are you nodding? If anything else just moves away, it gets a hell of a lot fucking smaller, but not the sun. even though it's really local.
Is
And
it
again,
just
it could be argued to play devil's advocate. It could be
Don't play devil's advocate. Just correct him and tell him he's a prick.
argued that it is moving away. It is over that horizon, but it's also moving in like perspectral space. You standing in one position, if you go 3,000 miles the other way, it's going to be in a completely different position. I think that's what's holding me up at this point.
let's look at that and we'll come back to well let me just show you the sunset, then I'll show you how the time zones actually prove flat Earth actually.
Okay.
So
He's confident he's got one here.
where so let's look at the did I show you the kitchen sunset?
I don't think I saw this yet.
Okay, so this is a line.
He showed me this when I spoke to him, and in my naivety I couldn't figure it out.
It's level above my kitchen counter. Dark.
Mhm.
It's dark. I got these bottles are here and I have a piece of cardboard in between them, and as I move this sun across the line, you can see that it's level. In the video I verified that it's level. Now the camera is at the same height as this line. So I prove in the video that the line is level. It's level to the counter. The camera's watching it. It's level, and I'm just moving the line.
But you can't make it set unless you've got obstacles in the way.
Got it?
Yeah.
Makes sense. So I have a camera on the counter, on the far end of the counter, looking up, watching it go away. And so when we look at it from a terrestrial point of view, if I showed you this first and said, is this line level? You would like, no, it's sloped down at about a 45-degree angle. I'm going to say, is this sun going below this cardboard, this mountain, this cloud deck? And you'd be like, yes, it is, but it's not. That's a level line. Look, I'm zoomed in on it. That's a level line. And this is not going below this. It's going beyond it. And when we compare that to a real sunset, what's this that the sun is going behind? Is that there's Earth curve supposedly, but what's it actually going behind?
Oh my
It's
God.
going beyond what I call the atmospheric deck of opacity. Watch,
Okay.
watch it compare.
He wants refraction now. It was a laugh a minute ago, but now he'll have it.
Compared to this. This is a level line. This sun is just going away. This sun is also just going away, following the exact lines of perspective. How about that?
I can see your argument. I can see
I
it.
hope you can see my
Yeah,
argument.
I can see your argument. Again, I think the whole thing that's getting me is just perception. Like that camera's at a different angle, but I get the.
What do you mean camera's at a different angle? You're on the ground looking up at the sun.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in perception, how do we know that the Earth is actually flat, and that's not just a perception as if it
Cheers,
is within
Scott.
this image?
I'll show you why. Because
like
if we were spinning,
Mhm.
and that's what causes the sun to go down below the horizon. First off, the horizon would be like if you're sitting on the beach in Hawaii watching the sunset, the sun would have to intersect with the water at like 2 miles away. But that's not what you see because your horizon is like 2 miles away if you're sitting,
Yeah.
right? And we see the sun intersecting whatever that horizon is 20 miles away. That's impossible on a globe when you actually put the math to it, right? So another thing is when we look at the sun on a super clear day from altitude.
Hello everybody, James here.
Oh God, I've gone off the bloody thing now. Give me 2 seconds. Is it that one?
Away. So
There you
you
go.
look across a 10-mile lake, there should be 66 feet of curvature, but I can sit on the sandy shoreline on one side and see the sandy shoreline on the other side. Right.
Okay.
And then the globalists will come back and go, oh, refraction. It's refraction. It's refracting up. But if you look at refraction, it's actually the dumbest thing ever. Let me just show you a simple example. I don't know if I showed it last time. Did I show you the frozen lake?
That's the second time he said that refraction is the dumbest thing ever. Whilst talking to, who's that bloke that he's took up with now? The Australian guy. What the fuck's his name? Angel. Something Angel. He's a TikToker. No one's dumber than him. Oh, I don't know. There's lots of flat earthers. People have been giving me names today of people to check out, and I've been looking at a few of them, and I'm like, oh my God. When you don't think they could get any worse.
May have.
We'll look at it real quick. That's okay.
Oh, I've gone back in the video, have
so
I?
is it? They're just in
Sorry,
a-
what was I on
There's
to?
a curve supposedly, but what's it actually going behind? It's going beyond.
I've caught up now.
That's impossible on a globe when you actually put the math to it, right? So
Angels
another
of
thing is when you
Angels
look at
of
the
Light.
sun
Yeah,
on
that's
a
it.
super clear day from altitude, we see something completely different. So the sun was going down, 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 and then it stopped and it just sat there. I have this frozen for a second. I'm going to turn on in a second. Now my friends are at the beach over here.
Mhm.
They saw the sun set 10 minutes ago from the bottom up, just like I showed you in all of those perspective examples.
Yeah.
Right, because they're looking out over the water about 10 miles away. There's mountains, in the distance, but there's a shoreline and the cloud deck, and the sun just goes beyond it, just like I showed you.
Oh, cheers,
It's
CK.
2 degrees out. There's no humidity. It's super clear. I'm looking west, and I watch the sun. It went down, 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 and then it stopped. I don't care if it's out of focus or not.
Yeah, I'm pretty new to doing live streams on this. So I haven't built up any members yet. Thank you very much for that.
It stopped going down. And what it did, this is super sped up, like 2,500 speed. It took about 5 minutes, but the sun should have gone right below the horizon, but it didn't. It just faded as it got farther and farther away. Its light couldn't push through the soup of the atmosphere. Its light is not that powerful, doesn't travel forever, and it literally just faded into nothing.
Yeah.
That's impossible on a spinning globe.
He has one video of it doing that, right? And he shows it endlessly. And he knows it's bullshit, but he still shows it anyway. He knows nobody could go out and witness that for themselves, but he still shows it anyway.
Another proof that we're not on a globe. You believe in the Big Bang?
Yeah, you'll have to help me out
No,
with that,
I'm,
CK.
Religious.
Okay, well, that's good. God created the...
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing on here, right? I never really live stream. I don't really get time to live stream. So I thought I'd do one tonight, and it's possible I'll do them Sunday nights if I do. But I'm going to have to figure out all of the membership perks and all of that stuff later on, because I've never really thought about it before.
The earth. I mean, if you read the Bible, there's so many. The Bible is a flat earth book, one of the greatest flat earth books ever. Page 1, God separated the waters from the waters, created the firmament, created day. On day 4, he made the sun. Wait a minute. How did the earth get here before the sun? None of it makes sense unless you look at it from a flat earth perspective. The fact that you're breathing air right now proves that we're in a container. We're contained.
Oh, he's doing the container. I love this.
And so if there's a container, there has to be a creator. The reason, in my opinion, that they hide flat earth is because they don't want people in a situation where they can't deny creation. A lot of the world denies the creator. I used to be one of them. But when I found out that this place is intelligently designed, I had no choice anymore. And the not good ones, the evil ones that are...
Of course it is Neil. Hang on a minute. Let's bring Neil up on here. Known Neil for quite a while. Yeah, he obviously that's exactly what he does do. He is an idiot. Well, he's not an idiot actually, is he? All of the people that buy his app is an idiot. He's loving life.
Are trying to control humanity. They don't want you in that situation because once you find the creator, you're much harder to control.
I think we already found the creator, didn't we? Wasn't Jesus supposed to be God in human form? And he's just had Jesus all over the fucking beach ball a minute ago. Massive Jesuses all over the place. So we've just met the creator. I wonder if that bloke they should put a little glass dome over every single one of them Jesuses.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So let's look at you want to talk about time zones for a second. So this is my app. I'm going to turn this off right now.
Oh, this is my app. When I spoke to Dave before we recorded, he said to me, you need to give me 15 minutes to push my app at the end. I was like, all right, mate.
Put it back to the current time. So I'm in the East Coast. So here's America. Just get your orientation. South America. Australia's up here in the dark. And this is the hour hand on the clock. Well, it's just past. It's like 1 o'clock for me. The sun is right here. Now, my friend in Australia, in Sydney, in about 1, 2, 3 hours, the sun's going to rise for him because the sun goes around. The sun.
What is the brand account that people are talking about? What is that bollocks? I don't know what that even is. What am I missing?
It's a clock. It's a 24-hour clock. It is more accurate than the finest Swiss watch in the world because watches are set to the sky clock. But we supposedly live in a gravitational model, pulling and tugging in all different directions, but the sun always keeps perfect time. The planets, everything keeps perfect time. All of the eclipses repeat on an 18-year cycle perfectly all the time for thousands of years. None of that makes sense.
How does he know that? You've been alive thousands of years, Dave. None of this, everything that he talks about, he never addresses the point of rotation in the sky in the south or the 24-hour sun. Unless she brings up the final experiment, he definitely won't.
It's with a heliocentric globular model. Go ahead.
This is one thing that I don't understand about that flat Earth perspective. If, to your point, you said there's other planets. How do other planets exist within this? Like, if there's no, you don't believe in gravity?
No, He doesn't believe in gravity. He doesn't believe in other planets. He thinks they are wandering stars. And he thinks that they are simply there in the sky going round and round for no fucking reason whatsoever, just to look pretty, because it's, I don't know why, just God put them there to be pretty and then put clouds in the way of them to not be pretty.
Well, there's two separate questions there. So I never said I believe in other planets. I look up in the sky. Have you looked up and see Jupiter in the sky?
I've never personally done it, but I've like
You've
seen
probably looked up and seen it, didn't note it, because it's the brightest star in the sky. It's literally as bright as the sun. It's just very small, but it's bigger than any other star. So why do we see planets in the sky? Because they told us that the sun is reflecting off of them, and we see the sun reflecting off of them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that means
No, because they're all self-lit, aren't they, Dave? Including the moon, even though there's shadows all over the fucking thing.
means that the Earth should look like a star from the moon or from somewhere in space, because the Earth is reflecting sunlight. It should look like a star. I mean, it should look like a planet, but it doesn't. It looks like the Earth, supposedly, right? The things that they call planets used to be called wandering stars. They are lights in the sky. We don't live on a light, and we don't live in the sky.
Yeah, they're just lights in the sky. And you can't use them. It's funny, he talks about them all the time. And, oh, the constellations all stay the same. If you go outside and you look, this time next year, they'll all be in the same place. And the pole star, you can see it through the fucking guide stones and all this other shit. And then when you bring it up, because it doesn't work for him on this occasion, it's like, well, you shouldn't look at the lights in the sky to prove the shape of the Earth.
So you're told by two companies, one of them is more credible than the other. I'll give you the credible one first, Disney.
And the other one's NASA. We know the script, Dave.
And the other one is NASA.
Yeah.
Let me just show you. So the people that tell...
Is he going to show Pluto on Pluto? Is he going to do that? I love that.
Tell you that they're planets tell you this. Astronomers have captured real photos of alien worlds deep in space. Here's some of the best, right? So they show you this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that's a real photo? This is AI. This is all nonsense. I created a whole bunch of these. I've mixed them in. I forget which ones I made and which ones NASA's showing us. They're all just complete and total garbage. And people that, oh my God, this is, crazy. We can see things hundreds of trillions of miles away, but we can't see the moon lander on the moon. The Hubble can't look at the moon lander and see the moon lander, but it can see things at numbers that will melt your brain. They're so far away. Hey, everybody, quick message that I'd like to share with all of you.
Oh, no, he's advertising.
Our lives are filled with toxins. In our air, food, and even our information, we're taught. Avoiding them all is impossible, but helping your body wouldn't work. So if NASA said, I'm
not watching his adverts.
Would you believe them?
I mean, I'm always pretty skeptical.
Yeah, but if
it's good to be skeptical, but don't be a dickhead, right?
NASA said it, and then it was in the New York Times, and they discovered these 6 new planets, and they're at a very close, on our nearest star, and they saw it with the James Webb Telescope, which we spent billions, $20 billion on. Right? These are pretty damn good pictures, right? The problem is they're frying pans.
Zoom in with a pay 1 million and show us the waters above.
They're literally rusted, dirty frying pans. That's a frying pan.
Right.
Okay, and NASA gets $80 million every single day to deceive you. This is the latest picture of Pluto. It happens to have like this.
Is he going to do Pluto? He's going to do the Disney Pluto on Pluto. Is anyone saying that?
Area that looks like Pluto. Do you know that Pluto the dog and Pluto the planet were named at the same time?
He's going to do it. He is.
Did not
Same year. That's just a coincidence, though, right? Right. They tell you that these are the planets in our solar system. This is complete and total garbage, right? They tell you this. Oh, I'm not showing you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
I think he didn't realize he wasn't showing the Pluto thing.
You know what? I was just showing you a whole bunch of stuff. You didn't see it. So they tell us this is what they show us. This is what we see when we use our high-powered optics. Right? Let me go back to I didn't show you the frying pans. You gotta
No, that's why I was like, okay, yeah, it's definitely a frying pan.
No.
Show us the Pluto.
So look, these are the planets. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong screen. I hate it when I do that. All right. Thank you.
I hate it when you do anything.
So if I zoom in here, you can kind of see this is the frying pan. These are frying pans. You can do it yourself.
They do look like rusty frying pans a little bit.
Yeah, they're rusty frying pans. And this is Pluto. Right?
He's done Pluto on the Pluto. He's done it. Look. I knew he was going to do it. How can he just keep for years now? Just repeat. How can you keep doing the exact same script over and over again without getting bored of yourself?
Right? This is the latest. They can snap a photo of Pluto from a spaceship that's been out there since the 70s, traveling at 60,000 miles an hour. And Pluto's so far away. How does it that well lit? How'd they get the picture back to us? But they can't get a photo of Earth. You know that NASA admits they don't have any photographs of Earth, that they're all composites.
No, they don't.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah, because they can't show us. They showed us this one. Oh, we know that.
Well, that's Earth, is it?
Jupiter has a molten magnetic core, just like Earth, because we can see the northern lights. Look at these northern lights. Look what they did. They took the old picture of Pluto,
Picture of judo, and then they took another picture of karate, and then they got another one of taekwondo over there.
Not Pluto, Jupiter. I'm all over the place. And they literally just put that on it. Look, I made this one. I said, oh, look, no, they're the northern lights. They're shooting off fireworks on the. I mean, look how stupid that is.
Yeah.
And these pictures are actually years apart, but all of the clouds are exactly the same. This one's just a little darker, right? These are supposedly active storms.
Mm.
I love the way Dave just said a minute ago that NASA admits we've got no photos of Earth. What's the blue marble then, the original one? CGI. He knows that he's just got to say that and people won't question. His minions will never question anything he says. Are they depleting though, his minions? Like, surely people must watch him getting smashed by people and think, this bloke's actually a bit of a prick. I know it's crap to admit you was wrong about something, but like, who could, mind you, I know 2 or 3 people that I told to watch the Professor Dave thing with Durf, and they said, I thought he won. No, you don't.
You know, and they tell us, you know, the sizes, you know, the sizes, like, this is our sun compared to this other star.
Mm-hmm.
And our sun is, you know, you can fit 1,300 Jupiters, which is gigantic next to the Earth, in our sun, right? These are just to make you go, ah. You know, the other day, I saw this little kid. I was at a grandparents' day thing, and the little 5-year-old just going to kindergarten. I said, what are you learning in school? Oh,
It's bothering 5-year-olds now. Oh, a 5-year-old. Yeah, the other day I see a kid, and he was having his nappy changed, and I went up to him and said, hey, what shape's the Earth?
Learn about space. You know, and his mom was telling what you want to be when you grow up, because I want to be an astronaut, right? There are no astronauts. There's astronauts.
Hello. You're right.
NOTS. Okay.
Yeah.
But this is how they capture you at these young ages, and
they capture you at young ages. Dave bothering 5-year-olds at a party.
They literally capture your mind. You've seen this photo of Jupiter, right? Photo. It's not a photo. They call it an image or a picture because it's not a photo. I think they don't like to lie, but we took it into Photoshop, cranked up the levels, and what do we see? We see that this is completely made crappily. They forgot to flatten the layers. They didn't silhouette it. They didn't do anything.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing to that. Dave would have done that better.
Do better, and I don't even know how to use Photoshop.
Yeah.
Right? So we don't live in the sky. We don't live on a light.
And we definitely don't live on that fucking thing you've just shown there, with the clock spinning around on it, the stupid sun for no reason going circling and moving backwards and forwards, and the soppy moon doing the same thing, and none of them ever changing size in the sky, and both of them being 24 hours in Antarctica as well as the North Pole.
We live on the Earth. And if you think about it, Jupiter is 400 million miles away from the sun. We're less than 100 million miles away.
He's given up talking about Earth at all now, hasn't he? The lights in the sky don't prove anything, but that's all the fuck he wants to talk about.
Well, from Jupiter, the sun would be like the size of a pencil eraser held at arm's length, if you're lucky. It would be tiny, right? How does that little light up Jupiter, which is gas, which absorbs light, and reflect it back 300, 400 million miles to Earth, and we see it as bright as the sun? There's a thing called the inverse square law of light. As light goes away, it spreads out and gets weaker and weaker and dimmer, just like I showed you with the fading sun.
Dave, isn't it funny? He believes some things, like when other parts of science and physics, that's bollocks. They're just lying to you. But when it suits him, you know, there's an inverse square law of light. Spectroscopy needs a container.
So how are we seeing the light in the sky? And again, when we take a camera, we zoom in, focus on a planet, piece of the plane, a planet, or the.
I like that. I've got to put that up. David Weiss and Lord Jamar. Exactly. I'm going to flip now you've said that to me. I'm definitely going to switch sides. I love Lord Jamar. Not really, though. Lord Jamar's probably worse than Weiss. But they're mates now, aren't they?
Moon or the sun, they're all at the same focal length. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. It's just like, I still have questions like if the sun isn't...
Nathan Oakley.
Violated by gas! Sounds like cognitive dissonance to me, mate.
No! You can fuck off!
There you go.
If the sun is the way that you say that the sun is, and that is... It doesn't work off of rotating around the Earth. It's just moving across a plane.
It circles around the Earth like I was showing you, like a clock.
Yeah,
I think...
It's not like going around a globe.
While we're on the subject of Oakley, I think the creepiest thing he's probably ever said is this. Neil knows what I'm going to play.
But you enjoy the taste of my salty nuts as I teabag you.
It's on a plane.
Correct.
How do we have things like seasons? If there's like the southern hemisphere, like I have friends old friends from Argentina, like it was winter for them and summer here, or it's winter here and it's summer there. How is that argument?
Let me ask you a question. So how do you explain it on the globe? Do you know how to explain it? I can explain it for you. Or you can tell me
the position of the sun and how we're rotating.
Well, it's a position. So you have the far sun, and I'll take here's America, right? And when we're tilted towards the sun, getting more direct rays.
Yeah. So
when we're tilted away from the sun, we're getting less direct rays.
Yeah.
Bouncy balls, mate.
That heat is spread out over a bigger area, and it gets cold. Okay. So the Earth is also spinning, right? So here I got America on the top.
Yeah.
And it's noon in the middle of June. When I spin America away, is the angle to the sun changing just like it is with the tilt of the Earth?
Yeah.
So in the evening in June, it should be freezing cold.
Why does he... I don't understand why he doesn't understand.
The angle is so far down, it's more of a tilt. It's more tilted away than the tilt of the Earth supposedly is. You can tilt the ball in any direction you want. So in June, in the evening, when the sun is literally right on the horizon, it should be freezing cold for two reasons. One, it's the worst tilted angle. That heat is spread out over the worst possible way, but I can still feel the heat blasting on my face. And here in Connecticut, in the north, they tell us that the sun is farther from us in the summer than it is.
I've seen him have this explained to him numerous times, and he just and moves on, switches topics because he knows he's not going to get anyone with it, and then just tells the next kid that he speaks to of it again.
In the winter.
It makes much more sense for this bloke that a sun is spinning round in the sky for no fucking reason, held up by fuck knows what, going round and round because it has to, and then moving in and out on its own for no reason whatsoever, just because it has to, than what he's describing here.
3.5 million miles farther. So the global argument for that is, 3.5 million over 93 million, it's only like 2% or whatever. It's still farther, and we're still tilted more than the tilt of the Earth. Why isn't it freezing at sunrise and sunset in June? So I can go out here at sunrise and sunset, let's say sunrise in June or July, and the sun appears on the horizon, comes from beyond the elevated horizon.
So maybe change the subject.
And I can feel the heat on my face. I can take my shirt off. I get a suntan. I'm warm. In December, when we're 3.5 million miles closer to...
Oh God, he's doing that thing like that is minuscule in the big scale of things, Dave. You know this. You've had this told to you so many fucking times, and you still say it.
The sun in the heliocentric model. At noon, when the sun is at its highest point in the sky, let's say it's 50 degrees off the horizon, much better than 89-degree tilt at sunrise.
He changed the subject, did he?
So maybe change the subject.
I can't even feel the heat on my face.
No, mate.
Doesn't that debunk your seasons?
No, mate.
To an extent, but then there's also like residual heat. How do you explain that?
So the residual heat, that's actually very good. So the Earth, I want to make a...
Ooh. She's impressed, Dave. He's starting to shit himself a bit now. Fucking hell, she knows a little bit here. What am I going to say? I hope I don't get onto flights.
A chart for this because it's really easy, but I think you...
No, mate.
Right? So when the sun is not in the sky at nighttime, the Earth is radiating heat. It's losing heat. So let's say it loses the same amount of heat every night. And let's call that 10 units. We're just going to use units, okay?
He ain't going to do the moon creates its cold light thing, is there?
10 units of heat, okay? So in the north, in December, let's start with January. Well, January, right? So the sun is literally just starting to come back. So let's say during the day, in January, it gives us 5 units of heat.
Yeah, that'd be funny. if it ends with Dave saying, so what have you learnt today? Have I taught you stuff? And she says,
No, you can fuck off.
that'd be hilarious.
But at night, it radiates 10 units out. So now we're 5 units colder. So February, it's colder. And in February, it gives us 9 units of heat during the day because the sun's getting closer.
Dave doesn't understand anything he's talking about, by the way. He just hopes that the person he's talking to understands it less than him.
But it's still radiating 10 at night. So it's still getting colder in February.
Yeah.
Then in March, let's say it gives us 13 units of heat during the day. Nice, March. But at night, it's radiating 10. So we're gaining 3 back. April, it's giving us 15 or 18. July, it's giving us 20. In June, it's giving us 25. And so we're gaining an extra 15 and only 25, and we're only losing 10. That's why it gets hotter and hotter in the summer and then colder and colder. So let me show you.
Units of what? You don't need to know units of what. He just says units. Sounds like he knows what he's talking about. Don't worry about it. Let it go.
How seasons work.
Gas go down, go boom, boom, my friend.
So you would agree that if you had a heat source, the closer you are to it, the warmer it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got these 2 yellow lines. Stop that for a second. So you got the red line is the equator. The inner yellow line is the Tropic of Capricorn. No,
Okay.
Tropic of Cancer, my bad. The outer line is the Tropic of Capricorn.
That's weird, that. You know why that's weird? Because I've seen loads of videos from South America of people filming the sun in the south of them, which means that can't possibly be true. Even if Antarctica was faked and I never went there, because you can't go there, right? So even if that was all bullshit, they did that in fucking Vegas in the Sphere or whatever the fuck it's called, right? They still was tracked to the southernmost point of Chile. And the sun was in the south. How, Dave?
Now, I'm going to turn the time lapse on and I'm going to jump forward month by month. So right now we're in September. So we're almost at the equinox where the sun is right over the equator. So September, October, November, December, the sun is spiraling out. And
just because the sun's just going around inside the dome on this occasion, because it just does. It just moves out. It knows when to stop, though. Well, the sun's thinking, oh, have I gone far enough? Yeah, I think I'll stop here. This is the tropic. There's a tropic down there. There it is. I'll stop here and spin around this tropic for a bit. Then I'll fuck off back into the other one for the summer. Unless they need me to do a coffee cup caustic around the outside, and then I'll leave the dome. I'll go through the secret dome door, leave the dome, go over there somewhere, shine in at a really weird fucking angle so I can light up all of the outside edge of the earth.
December, Australia has their summer.
It's fucking clever, that sun, isn't it?
No, you can fuck off.
Super hot in Australia because the sun goes right over them. It's closer to them. It's freezing. Where are you? What state?
Virginia.
You're in Virginia. Not too freezing because the sun is at its farthest point away. It's still not too far from Virginia. But
hang on, if she's in the shade, why ain't she in Arctic conditions at night? That's what I want to know.
Just being a 1,000 miles farther in Connecticut, it's freezing. Forget the 93 million miles away.
Yeah, the sun. I remember how many steps the sun's doing. Yeah, that's all right. I've got it. I do podcasts with it. I know exactly how it sounds. I don't care if it goes over my talking voice.
It's freezing just because it's a little.
I talk as much bollocks as Dave, so who cares?
A little bit farther. I could be in Mexico. It's 90 degrees and it's 20 below zero in Connecticut in January when the sun is out here, right? Because it's closer to Mexico, right? So January, February, March, April, May, June, right? May, June. So in June, jump in. There you go. So that's the height of our summer. It's super hot in Miami because the sun goes right over Miami. Australia's having their winter. It's not too cold because it's not too far. But things in between the tropics are called the tropics.
Why don't Dave go to the southern hemisphere? Hemisphere, by the way. Why don't he go there just once and get beyond where he thinks the sun goes to, just to observe where the sun is? Oh, I know why, because Dave doesn't do anything.
And the sun will pass over them twice a year, never getting too far away. That's why it's so beautiful in the tropics.
Yeah.
So
Isn't
that's oh, go ahead.
Isn't that the argument for the Earth, or like for a globe, though? Like it's doing the same exact thing.
No, because
yes,
they're saying it's
actually no, because the sun is in the south on a globe, so it's nothing like this ridiculous thing that Dave sells to people.
Tilt of the Earth, right? So America is tilted this way. So if the sun was my camera, it's tilted, But if I when so here I'll do it this way. The sun is tilted, but 6 months later, America's tilted away from the sun. It's tilted away. So that's why we have our winter over here and our summer over here. Because here, right? Remember, this is where it is. It's now tilted away
rather than just below.
Yeah. But we just proved
she's being polite, but you can tell that she thinks, "Fuck off, Dave." That's exactly the words that are in her head.
that the whole tilting thing is nonsense. Let me just show you an example on flat Earth here. Seasons. Here we go. So
yeah, actually show it this time. Get that stupid fucking debunked app off of the back and put the actual thing. We missed Pluto as Pluto and all that shit earlier.
And then there's another proof. Seasons actually prove the flat Earth. So, all right. So here we go. We have you and I are out.
God, what's this shit now? If you ain't gonna do it with fucking giant Jesuses, then don't do it at all, Dave.
Side here you are. It's freezing cold. It's February, and you're freezing. And so your friend comes out with a heat lamp on a pole.
Yeah, one of those heat lamps on a pole that everyone's got. It reminds me, I've said, like, yeah, I'm off work tomorrow, so I'm just going to fuck off down the shop and buy one of them heat lamps on a pole. Looks a bit like a lollipop.
That high, and puts it right over you. You're like, I feel the heat. Feels great. And I'm sitting over here. I'm still cold. The heat lamp's really not giving me much heat at all. I'm still freezing. You're not freezing.
Yeah.
I say, well, where's the sun? You say it's straight up there. It's high in the sky. I say, well, for me, it's not high in the sky. It's much lower in the sky for me. Just like in our winter, the sun is lower because it's moving farther south.
God's sake. I'll tell you what, right? For someone that you shouldn't use the lights in the sky to prove the shape of the ground, he has not stopped talking about the lights in the sky, and we are 46 minutes in.
It's moving out south. And so I said, I'm cold. So he slowly walks over. And as he walks over, keeping the sun at the exact same height, it gets lower for you and higher for me. So now it's high. I'm warm because it's close. It's not any higher off the surface of the earth. It's just closer. When something's closer, it's higher. Street lights. Close ones are high, far ones are low.
Yeah, I like from earlier.
So that there's your seasons right there. Absolutely. But here's something I want you to say.
It's just seasons. Couple of people laying on the ground, lolly stick, lollipop floating about, bloke in a suit, bunch of arrows. There's your seasons.
So this is called the Analemma. Analemma. Let me show you.
I was watching this. There's a guy called Globy McGlobeface. I don't know if anyone knows him. He was showing the Analemma the other day on the TikTok video, because this is like some ridiculous thing that they Nathan Thompson always comes out with this shit.
Is that the Analemma? No, it's not the one. So this is it. The sun goes around once a day, once every 24 hours, but you will agree when it's here, it's going slower because it's making a smaller circle. Out here, it's got to try.
Yeah, because I often go out in the winter and see the sun whizzing through the sky at top speed, much faster than it does in the summer.
Travel faster to go all the way around. Same number of degrees per hour, but it's miles per hour. It has to be faster out here.
Yeah, I know Globy. I used to not do lives with him, but he came on my lives a few times on TikTok, and I think I've been on a couple of his. But he's very knowledgeable, and he's got the patience with this. Like, I'm just a pointer and laugher at this nonsense. I used to engage in debates more so when I felt that it was worth arguing. But now, since TFE, they have proven they won't accept anything anyway, so they just deserve ridicule, which is what I do.
Yeah,
right?
like the sunlight. Yeah.
On a globe, that's not the case. It would be the same. So there's
I don't do much TikTok anymore. It is it's the stupid rules on there. It's like if you go on there and you can't even say dead, you have to say unalived. I can't do it. It's just bollocks.
It's a thing called an analemma. You can do it yourself. You go out every week or every day and take a picture.
Yeah, the Analemma thing he's about to talk about, Globy done like a demonstration of this in his house, and he took like loads of pictures of something. He did it all to scale, and it completely matched the globe.
Picture of the sun from the exact same spot at the exact same time every single day, right? And what you'll get is a pattern in the sky called an analemma.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Right. But here's the question is, why does the analemma have a small circle and a faster big circle? Now you can tell where this one was taken from. It's taken from the north because the sun seems higher here because it's closer to the camera. When it's out here, it's farther out south. So here's the
No, I did. So is that called up? I said earlier on, I started to listen to that last night, and they was going round and round in circles. Flatsor just wouldn't admit that he'd been made a prick of, and I just thought he's never going to admit it. He keeps trying to change the subject. Reds wouldn't let him change the subject, and they wouldn't ever. Neither one of them would move on. So I've still got to listen to some of it or watch some of it. Well, I'll say listen because there wasn't really anything to watch. No, Dick Wayne's never been in my stream. Nope.
The big circle, Capricorn, and then it comes back up, and it does the small circle. The analemma would be a perfect figure 8 with the X.
Yeah, I think I see spin. I think that I think he tried to get 3 and only got 2, and that's why they rejected it. I've had this conversation with so many people. I'm not sure he got 3 people at once. One of them dropped out, but he still got 2. It still would never have worked on flat. I think that was right, unless he's done it since.
Right on the equator if the Earth was a globe, right? The sun is going out and in.
Oh, look at this demo now.
In. This is, if you took a picture every day, this is what you would see. So this is your summer, your winter, your summer, your winter.
Yeah, is that Dimmak? Is that, if Dimmak comes in, I'll bring him up. Why not?
So this is taken in the south. The viewer is right here looking at this. The analemma proves we're not on a spinning ball.
Does
Right.
perception have anything to do with that? Like, dependent on where you are? So, like, you said the first one, you were in the north. Like, if you were at the equator, would it look the same or would it look different?
No, you would have a big circle outside of you, but they would be pretty much the same height. They'd both look like they're the same height.
Dave, you know you've already had that explained to you again, and you're still saying it because you know she doesn't know.
Going out. But you would still have the big circle out south. Now, here's the thing. The sun is going faster. But the way we see the sun in the sky is through what I call our personal atmospheric dome of vision. Longer discussion. We don't have to get into that. But
we've all got our own personal dome because we have to.
But we did notice something, which is impossible on a ball, is that twilight. Twilight is after the sun sets. How long until it's pitch black? How long until the sky is totally dark?
Well, it'll never get pitch black.
Sounds like cognitive dissonance to me, mate.
It'll never get pitch black, Dave, because if you zoom back in with a P1 million, it'll get light again. You know this, right?
The summer, it's long. In Virginia, like here, well, in Virginia, it's probably not as long as I have it, but in the summer, it's like 90 minutes or more. In June and July, the sun sets, it's still light for another hour and a half. Easy. Right? And so that's a long time. But in the winter, even now, when the sun is moving out here, when the sun sets, it's dark in like 30 minutes. And in December, it's dark in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now,
How do you argue with the days getting shorter and longer? Like with the
yeah.
There's like
Made up. Exactly. Personal dome of vision is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. It's like you don't have one. If you're in the north, you don't have one. But as soon as you cross the equator, which why is there even an equator anyway on a flat Earth? But as soon as you cross the equator, you suddenly get your personal dome. It's like someone comes and puts it on you, and then everywhere you look just appears to look that way. The sun's not really there. The stars ain't really doing that. It's just your personal dome of vision. Like they say, refraction, what a joke. And then they say personal dome of vision. And everyone keeps a straight face and goes, yeah, personal dome of vision. We got that.
shortest point in like December. I don't remember exactly. It's like December or January. It's like the shortest point, and then there's another one that's like the longest point.
Right.
Days longer and shorter. How do you
Well, our days are longer in the summer because the sun is closer to us. You can only see the sun at a certain distance away, and then its perspective hides it.
Yeah, but it never changes size whilst that's happening. It's just the happen. Suddenly it just goes, just gone.
Mhm.
So if the sun is closer to you, you're going to see it for a longer period of time. If it's farther away, you're not going to see it until it gets closer, and then it's going to disappear before, it's going to disappear earlier. It's going to show up later and disappear earlier.
Yeah.
And so my point here was, in the South, there's places where in January, December, January, where the sun sets and in like 4 minutes, it's pitch black.
Mhm.
Now, on a globe, from June to December, our days should get shorter. They do. Our
Mhm.
days get shorter.
Yeah, if we was on a globe from June to December, our days should get shorter, and they do. Ooh, why say anything then?
And our twilight, which is different for every location, but our twilight time gets shorter. As I said, 90 minutes in June, it's 10 minutes, 15.
I wonder if you get. It's only hotter in Australia because they've constantly got a personal dome over them. It gets humid. It's like having a greenhouse or a conservatory around you all the time. Like they don't know it's there. And I wonder what happens when someone else comes into your personal dome. Does their vision? Have they then got two suns in completely different places, two southern celestial rotations in different places because they're in your dome and their dome, and then there's someone in their own dome over there looking that way and seeing the exact same thing as the person in their own dome this way. But all you got to do, like, just get to the equator, cross the equator, your dome will vanish, and then you can get cool again, right? Well, that's what you need to do.
Minutes in December. Okay. So it gets shorter. If the Earth was a ball, the ball would have symmetry. As our days get shorter, as our twilight gets shorter, people in the South, their days should get longer and their twilight should get longer. Well, guess what? Their days do get longer. That matches the ball a little bit.
So far you've just proved the globe. What now?
But their twilight gets shorter.
Okay.
Because the sun is running away faster. So once the sun gets beyond that horizontal horizon deck, it runs away fast.
The horizontal wire zone. Oh, like, how'd you get a personal, like, so say if you fly to the south, right? Do you get a personal dome on you on the plane? Like, wouldn't that piss off the person next to you on the plane if the dome suddenly comes down on everybody? We're about to crash, but don't worry, because you've all got a dome now. We're in the south, so you don't need to get into the brace position anymore. Your dome will protect you. It's personal.
Faster. It's going, I forget the calculations, like 50% faster. It's going fast.
Neil, the personal domes are as big as wherever they need them to be for that particular thing that they're talking about.
Faster.
You know how it works.
And so everyone on Earth experienced shorter twilight times from June to December, and then increasing longer twilight time from December to June. Everything I told you, flat Earth has won the argument. You can.
Did he just say that? What about the 24-hour sun in Antarctica? Has it won that argument?
Can still believe in the globe.
You know that thing you really wanted to go and see for yourself, but you couldn't afford, and no one would ever take you because they was hiding it from you. Then you got offered it for nothing and turned it down. That thing.
But you have no evidence. Do you go on TikTok? Are you a TikToker?
Yes. Yeah.
So I want you to follow Angels of Light. Angels
of Light. There he is. He is cringe. Angels of Light has got his tongue so far up Dave's arse that it's fucking embarrassing. And if you was to see Angels of Shite on TikTok, he talks like he is the biggest expert in the fucking world. He mutes everybody. He won't let anybody speak. He's got a big following on there, like he's this really intelligent bloke. And then he goes to Nathan Jokeley's stream and says to Nathan, like, a lot of these sound clips I've been playing to Nathan is Nathan talking. That "no, you can fuck off" thing is him. Oakley was saying that to Angels of Light. That's where I got the clip from. Right, that is where I got the clip, and Angels of Light was giving it. I'm just a newbie. I don't really know much yet. Fast over to TikTok. I've been in this for years. No one else knows anything. Do your Jamar impression. Are you talking to me? Have I got a Jamar impression? Is that Real Cygnus? Thank you for the $2. Cheers, mate. A Jamar impression. Someone else do one, or is that me? I don't know what you mean. Did I do a Jamar impression? I'd get carried away when I'm doing all of this shit. I've even lost my pointer now. Where has it gone? I don't think my mouse is working. I'm going to have to use the little thing down here.
_of_light.
Right.
And he does, he's in Australia, and he's on early in our mornings. And he does these things where he allows globe believers to come up, but they're not allowed to ask him about flat Earth. They only can come up and provide evidence of the globe.
Okay.
How does an eclipse work on flat Earth? How does this work? We have those answers, but we're not interested in those answers. It's 2025. Show me physical evidence that the Earth is a globe, and nobody can do it.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, the laugh. I know what you mean. Like whenever someone's like, that's when he finds something funny. Doesn't smile, just does that noise.
I'll have to go in and watch some of his videos because I need more to be able to add into.
No, I didn't lose my point, but my point that my mouse has died. Like it's wireless, and now it doesn't work. So I've got to use all of this. Like I'm in the 80s all of a sudden.
You know, you can jump up on the live too and ask some questions. I'll let me, like you'll see I'm on there sometimes. You'll see me in there, and so just so here's the thing: you still believe in the globe. So what is your number one proof? Now, did I just explain how seasons don't work on
I'm just going to stick my mouth on charge for a second. Hold on.
the globe and they work on a flat Earth?
Yes.
Okay, so seasons is off your list. Did I explain time zones?
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, some things work on both.
Yeah.
You could say they work on both. The problem
That's
is
what I think is tripping me up.
Yeah.
I think that for the most part, and honestly, like to your point, we've been taught forever that like this is how it is. So it's honestly me just trying to be open-minded and understand like, okay, other people believe other things. Why do you believe this?
don't believe and let your brain fall out. You really need to critically think. But here's the thing. Believing is easy. Belief is the enemy of knowing.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Because
point.
it's easy. Where do I live? What state?
Connecticut.
Do you know that?
My mouse obviously started working again when I tried to move it. Thanks for the super chat. Unfornicated. This word salad needs some dressing. It does, I know. This is speaking of word salad, where is Witsit? Did he do something the other day? I see he was going to do a live stream the other day. And I'll stick that up there. And I never got to watch it. It was about Flat Earth as well, which was a weird one because he hasn't done that for a very long time. Unless I've missed it, I don't know.
I only know because you told me.
So do you know it or do you believe it?
I mean, I believe it because
You do? Do you still believe it?
I mean,
Now you're
now
starting
I
to
feel
doubt
like
it.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't.
No, so there you go. So you never knew it.
Yeah.
We have to trust people and believe. So you're going to school, you're trusting the
Yeah, they really do. Like, Slow Sanchez, that bloke, I cannot handle the fact that he can't say sphere. It bothers me so much. And who was the other one you said played to Jamar? Yeah, it's the race card all the time. What's that about?
books.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. All of it. Your history, everything. It's not some of it. All of it is bullshit. Now, listen, there are some useful things they can teach you in college. Not many, but history, astronomy, where we live, accounting, it's all bullshit to keep.
Yeah, accounting's bullshit. Don't believe accounting. Just don't do your taxes or nothing. It's all bollocks. Don't worry about it. Listen to Dave.
You a slave. Okay? Make sure that stays in and your teacher hears that.
No, I
And
will.
so your teacher's not a bad person. Your teacher is a great regurgitator of the information that he was taught. That's how he got his teaching degree, right?
Yeah.
That's how he got it. Not a bad person. Teachers have kind hearts. Okay? They're caring people, but they're teaching misinformation. All of your history is a lie. On my app, do you have the app? Did you ever get it?
I did not ever.
You need to get the app, okay?
Yeah, get the app. Because they was talking, I don't know whether I started it from that point, but at the beginning, these two have spoken before. And she's got him back because this is just her way of getting a good grade on they're probably at school. Like, pick something fucking ridiculous and do a project. And I'll do Flat Earth for that dickhead again. He come on and talk to me. Fuck it.
You need to get the app. And if you go to the button that looks like a griffin or a dragon,
Yeah.
this is the old world page. And this will blow your mind, right?
This will blow your mind. Yeah, go to the Professor Dave versus David Weiss debate on that app. Oh, no, definitely won't be on that app. Dave's the only person that didn't post that.
But my lunch break, you can find him on YouTube by yourself. My lunch break, go watch that. And then you'll never be able to sit in a history class again without screaming like you have Tourette's. Bullshit.
That's what it did to me, Meg. It's Megan, isn't it? That's what it did to me. Like, he contacted me. I had a little 5-minute chat with him. I was really happy to get him on because I was trying to grow the podcast at the time, and I thought, oh, this guy's been on some big podcasts. I'll quite fancy having a flat earther on. Let's see what they've got to say. And then he just gave me the creeps immediately. Don't look into this at all. Just do me that favour. And I was like, too late, mate. I've looked into it. And he was not very happy with me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm my series is not just dedicated to flat Earth. I just did you first because I had previously talked with you.
Okay.
But I have a couple other things like the
Isn't that weird that she's just said that? See, I could foresee that coming.
JFK assassination, 9/11, all of those on for more.
Conspiracy theories are fun to look at. But when you look at them properly, most of them have got an element of that's a bit weird, and the rest of it is just made up by people trying to make money.
More episodes after this one.
I got a great resource if you want to take the time and look at all the videos that have been hidden. StopLookThink.com. StopLookThink.com. Click the
I've heard of
9/11.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Click the 9/11 tab and watch those videos, and you'll see where. Wait, where did you say you were again? I forgot.
Virginia.
Oh, Virginia.
Why do people always like? I've been struck so many times on YouTube for 9/11 content, even if I'm talking to people that are debunking it and whatever, and the videos are gone. Why have people got to keep bringing this shit up when I'm on air? I don't want to get any strikes.
We're having a conference in Arizona and another one in Texas in October and November. So there's a big truther conference. If you're
A truther conference. There was one here, wasn't there, Neil, the other day? Red Pill Gathering, it was called. But with True Earther, Matthias Marina, and a bunch of other dickheads. That, like, someone said to me the other day, why am I picking on True Earther? It's like a low-hanging fruit. Yes, it really is, but it's plenty of content. Like when I'm trying to post 20 minutes a day or whatever I've been doing, it's really easy to just, oh, what's True Earther talking about this time? It's just a good piss take.
close by, I was going to say come, but it's a little bit
a little far for me.
Yeah, I got it. So let's go back to, I removed time zones, I removed seasons, I removed sunsets. What else makes you think the Earth is a globe? Besides, they told me.
You got me stumped. That, and then we talked about some things last time with like.
You've got me stumped. That's because you haven't done your research. Do your research. Like the flat Earth parrots. The first thing I was ever told by flat Earthers, by the way, I went to a Facebook group. I'd never heard of flat Earth. This isn't Dave's story that he always tells. I just didn't believe it, and I went to debunk it and couldn't. All that shit. I went to a group and I thought I wrote. I do a podcast. We do conspiracies. We talk about stuff, interesting things on there. Paranormal and weird, strange crime cases and all of this other stuff. And we want to get someone that thinks the Earth is flat on. Does anybody want to come on and talk about it? And literally everybody replied with, fuck off! Do your own research! Fuck off! I'm not doing it for you! Fuck off, globehead! And I'm just like, who are these pricks? And here we are a few years later. I'm pointing and laughing at them.
Like aviation patterns and there's something else.
Gravity
was a big one.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got me there. It's what I was taught. It's what we all have been taught.
And you don't want to say everything I taught's a lie, because guess what? Do you love school?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do. You love school. So you're learning, like, this class sounds like a fun class, right? They're letting you do some stuff. But there's a lot of people, when their soul is hearing the information they're being taught and they know it's bullshit, but they have to regurgitate it. So they hate school. They hate learning. And later in their life, they find out everything they were.
Later in their life, they might come across someone like you that will tell them it was all bullshit. Doesn't mean any of it was.
Were taught is a lie. And they have to relearn everything again, and they resist it because their soul goes, their mind goes, I don't want to learn again. I hate learning because, right? But once you can take away the indoctrination, learning is amazing. There's so much to see out there, but they want you believing you live on a little ball. Think about this. Australia, right? Australia is an island. Let's say 200 miles off the shoreline of Australia, they say, this is a circle. We're going to circle it, and you're not allowed to go.
What's this? Thanks for the super chat. Grounded extract with satire. What does that mean? I'm lost here. Most people in chat are way more into this than me. And that's not usual, is it? I'm supposed to be the one. This is just one of many topics that I've looked at. It's just, this is the one with the biggest dickheads that believe it, like in my opinion anyway. Thanks for the super chat, mate.
Go there. You're not allowed to go beyond there because it's just frozen wasteland out there, and it's very dangerous. Then they took that circle and they wrapped it around a ball. And so now that outer circle is a little tiny circle at the bottom of the ball. And they say, oh, that's a frozen wasteland. You can't go there. It's very dangerous. And the military guards it. And there's no independent exploration of it. How would you know about America or Africa or Italy or you wouldn't? And,
Yeah.
and so that would be it. So how would you know what's going on? So this is what they did. They took our world. This was in all. Oops, what happened to my?
Is he not going to talk about the fact that he was offered to go? This is from 4 days ago, right? So this isn't 2 years ago. This is from 4 days ago.
They took our world. Map was in all of the encyclopedias and schools and everything, and took it out in the 1950s. They cut it out and they say, you can't go here. You can't go there, right? This is all that there is.
Oh, did he? Right, I'm going to have to find that then. Grounded extract. Is that what his account's called?
Right? Remember, if we did Australia and wrapped that around the ball, all of this other stuff would be unknown to you. What difference does it make? I still have to go to work on Monday. I still have to go to school on Monday. What if they're hiding other civilizations, other resources? What if they're hiding?
Is he going to say extra territory? When you talk about extraterrestrials, that's what they mean. The extra terror. Behind the ice wall.
In technology, which they are. What if they're hiding our true history? What if they're hiding our true origins, our true potential? What if they're hiding free energy, which they are? Right? You're going to work your entire life to pay your electric bill, your heating bill, and your gas bill for your car. Okay? Or your electric bill for your car, whatever. You're going to spend most of your life spending all of your money on those 3 items when they should be free, because there's free energy everywhere.
Yeah, it should be free. Some bloke, that Matthias I was talking about earlier, goes around churches and said, look, there's a bit a wire going up the side of this church. That means this is a conductor for lightning. And back in the day, this was where people got their energy from. It was all free. No idea what he's talking about, obviously, but it sounds good to him.
Here in the old world, just a couple hundred years ago or less, people had free energy, right? So
Dave knows this as fact. He also thinks that giants existed and there was a mud flood.
The robber barons that had taken over this world after some cataclysm, whether they did it or God did it or it was natural, I couldn't tell you. They took over humanity and they're like, oh, let's get rid of this free energy. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. We're going to get rid of
Oh, there's grounded extracts. I'm going to check you out later.
Natural medicine. We're going to get rid of healing centers and we're going to call them churches now, right? We're going to get rid of all of this stuff that expands our minds, and they're going to just keep you as a corporate slave.
Yeah, we're all just slaves. Not Dave, though. Dave the slave. Dave's a free thinker. He's got it all figured out. He knows. He knows that you get turned away from Antarctica at gunpoint. Even though he knows that Jaron would never lie. He said that before Jaron went. And then Jaron went. Weiss believed he went and just said he was tricked. So Weiss accepts that Whitsitt and Jaron were actually in Antarctica. And but they was tricked by a laser sun. But here he is pretending you can't go to Antarctica. That's weird, isn't it?
What are you going to do for work after this? After school?
I have a job set up in DC.
Doing? What type of thing? You don't tell me the name of the company or anything.
Sales.
What's that?
Tech sales, like cloud sales, cloud services.
Yeah. So you're working for a corporate giant.
What's wrong with that? At least it's an honest living, you prick. Sitting there selling a fucking app of a lie to people and fucking with their heads. I know so many people that have gone fucking mental over Flat Earth. Mental. They're told that everything's a lie. The whole world's a lie. And they're the most paranoid people in the world. Nothing's real. Nothing. Because the Earth, they're lying about the shape of the Earth. They're lying about everything. This bloke he is responsible for people going fucking insane. And he's okay with it. But if you work for a big company, you got everything wrong.
They keep you, and you think you're free, and you get 2 weeks off for vacation, I hope, right? Maybe half days on Friday in the summer, or no? No, right? So you're going to work your whole life, and then hopefully you save up enough money so when you're old and tired and on all the drugs that they want you on, that you can enjoy yourself.
Yeah, corporations are all they. You're right. They've said lasers. Yeah, they did. Gas pressure. So Spurs chemo. If anyone's listened or watched my debates I've had, if you scroll back on my channel, if you haven't seen them, the debates I've had with Gas Pressure, who used to be called Spurs Chemo on YouTube, just check them out. The nonsense he was saying about the TFE, thinking it was like the sun simulator on a helicopter and shit like that, and I'm not even fucking joking.
Yeah. Yeah. It is. I'm going into more depth in some of my other episodes to actually talk about like big pharma and all the things.
Yeah, and by the way, if you talk truth, it just gets even harder because they don't want you talking truth.
They. Well, you're all right then, Dave, because everything you say is bullshit.
Think about this: they take you at age 3 or 4, and put you into preschool, and so they get you for 15 years. You graduate high school, and if you graduate high school, you get a piece of paper that qualifies you for what? To take out a loan and go to more school. So then they're going to have you. Are you going to have a little college debt?
Oh yeah.
It's the only debt that's unforgivable.
Yeah.
Right? You can rack up credit cards, get that forgiven. You can do all this other stuff, get that forgiven.
He would know.
Not college debt.
Yeah.
They don't want you thriving. They want you being a corporate slave. So I bet you took accounting, maybe managerial account.
I mean, you have to give Dave credit. I can't stand him, but you have to give him credit because he has found a way to live and make a load of money by fooling people, right? It's shit. I hate salesmen of any description, but he's found a way to not really ever have to do anything hard other than just do this a few times a day and sell his ridiculous app. I hate him for it. It's awful, but I guess people do worse things.
No, I didn't.
Calculus.
I took it in high school, so I
In
didn't
high
have
school. So algebra, in high school, right?
Megan, you don't have to.
Do you like the math courses that you've taken? No, they suck, right? Okay, because it's slave math. Now, did they teach you about vortex mathematics?
No.
Ever hear of it?
No.
Did they
I'm
teach
not
you
like
about?
a math person.
Hold on. This is.
Wasn't he a solar panel salesman? I think he was, wasn't he?
Not a math person thing. Did they teach you about sacred geometry?
No.
Yeah. This will wake you up. You got to go and you got to research sacred geometry and vortex mathematics because
look up the mud floods on Tartaria. That's what he'll tell her in a minute. The mud floods there used to be giants, no bones anywhere. The dinosaur bones are all dragons, according to Dave.
if you knew about these things, they will change your life. Vortex mathematics and sacred geometry, they don't teach you things that lift you up. They teach you things that bind you down and keep you a slave.
Yeah, just a slave. We're all slaves. My shackles are under the table here. I don't know what's going on.
Both of those down, so I'll look those up once we're.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I appreciate your time, and I appreciate.
No, I don't think she is buying it, to be honest. I think she's being pleasant. I wish she'd push back, but he doesn't give it. Like, all he talks about is you can't talk about the lights in the sky, and literally all he spoke about was the lights in the sky. Mudflood University. Someone said that earlier on. Someone suggested that to me. I put a community post out, and someone suggested that to me as someone to go laugh at. Is that what it is?
You sharing everything with me.
What was I just saying? I've lost my train of thought there.
And honestly, I might email you if I have any questions about anything else that I'm talking about. If you have anybody that you know that I could talk to.
I do. I have lots of people. Just remember this, and there are so many fake things going on in the world that aren't as they are presented. Let me just say it this, and we're not going to get into it. Every single major catastrophe that you've ever seen, including recently, is not as it was told.
Yeah, it's all fake. Every catastrophe was bollocks. So says Dave, because he would know, right? And if it's proven to be wrong, he'll just pretend it wasn't proven to be wrong anyway. Like, this bloke went on Alex Jones, and Alex Jones basically, he was too mad. He was too insane for Alex Jones.
Not as shown.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Okay. It's not about believing. You can believe it, but now you need evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big data person. I have to see it out in
Okay.
front of me.
Yeah,
So
yeah. You
that's
need the
why I
evidence.
like
Don't just
doing-
believe. Don't. And I say people don't believe anything I say.
Don't believe anything I say, but I'll show you where to get the evidence. This is my app.
You need to verify these things. I can help explain it, but I can't. I can prove it, but you have to take the time to look. We've done all of the stuff on my app. There's a experiments page. We did all the videos.
I love that Roger, if you're talking about Roger Ledwell there in the chat, I love that Roger put his GoFundMe page up, right? To get to to try to save the money to go to Antarctica. I think he's got about 25p at the moment, right? But he's trying to save money to do a crowdfund. Someone gave him thousands, just one person, everyone else giving him, but he gave himself $5, I think, right? But the spelling on it was ridiculously funny. It was so funny. And I went on and did a show, but none of them people ever watch Globetards, taking the piss out of them. No, they don't go around Globe Trolls channels, but obviously he saw mine, and the next time I looked at it, most of the spelling was corrected. Not all of it, but most of it.
Documented for you. We save you all.
You showed me those last
Yeah,
time.
yeah. It's really, really amazing stuff. So again, for you, the biblical page.
Mud Fossil Universities. Please comment this stuff under this video once it's done, and I can read and go through everything and go and look at all these channels because I need material
On the app, there's so much great biblical stuff on here. It'll blow your mind. Blow your mind. The app is called the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. You can
I
find it at
saw
Flat
it on
Earth
your
Dave.
website when I sent
It's
in
$3. Just get it. It's a one-time charge. There is a subscription. You don't need to get the subscription unless you want to interact with other people and stuff. But you have access to all of the data. And what I tell people is, I say turn off Netflix for a week. No, turn it off forever because there's enough stuff on here that'll lift you up and take you beyond the slavement.
Yeah. Turn off all of your other subscriptions and then meet your future wife on Dave's app that uses the globe to tell you where everyone is on the
slave that they've turned you into.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely have to go in and look, and I will keep in touch with you on more people to talk to with some other episodes that I'm doing. But
Faith.
I really
that'd be more college kids for Dave to talk to. Have to keep their eye on that one.
appreciate your time. Thank you so much. It was great to get to talk to you again.
You're okay with me airing this right away?
Oh yeah, no, you're good. I don't think I post mine until next week, I think is when our first one is due, but you're good. You can go ahead and post it.
Okay. I mean, are you going to post it on YouTube?
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube and Spotify.
You want me? I'll hold off posting mine.
Well, he didn't. He's posted it. He's taken all of the credit for it. Because I was going to watch her one. He usually posts a link in the comments and tells people to go to that video. He hasn't done it with this one.
I'll wait.
I can just send you an email really quick and be like, hey, this is when I'm.
No, send me an email when the link when you know it's going up, and I'll share yours instead. Because I want the people to go on.
Yeah, the thing I see spin. The thing is with Discord and that. I'm on Discord, but I just don't get enough time to do all of this, to constantly be online talking about this stuff. I work a lot, and the time I get, I like to just pump out some videos. I don't even watch most of the stuff. Like, I've got one coming out tomorrow that I had watched already. That is funny. The one I'm going out tomorrow is who is it on there? Some bloke called Barry Step. Right, I'm covering. That's funny. And I had watched that, a couple of clips, but most of when I watch debates and that, I'm watching them for the first time when I'm on here because I don't have time to look through stuff.
Onto yours and leave helpful comments.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, Faith.
Yeah.
I don't know where we can find our video because it usually links the person underneath the video. So spoiler for tomorrow, yeah. Let's see if my what's name works now. Let's get back to me. I'm wondering whether my mouse will work now. I don't know why it stopped working. It's getting on my nerves doing all this old-fashioned shit. Yeah, it's working. I had something else lined up, but I'm probably going to go off soon. But I had something else lined up, so let's find that. And it was this. Anyone know this person? Yeah, the thing is, like, you can't. I'm never really on the. I'm only ever on this laptop and stuff when I'm putting out content and stuff. You can't at people, can you? On your phone, can you? I've not worked out how to do it. So people like say hello to me, and I'm like, I don't know how to say hello back. Like, this is all new to me. I've live streamed a bit in the future with the podcast, but not regularly. Yeah, Tim Full Sombrero, because Nathan Thompson has just joined. And the other day I see him on something else, and he was begging for money. Said he's going through a bad patch at the moment, mental health and stuff. Bless him.
He's moving.
Oh, he's talking to somebody.
Have you? Hey, since you're just as into reels as me, Nico, have you seen that clip where the guys are having like a Zoom meeting for work and they're pretending to be frozen, but one guy's fan, still moving? Like all of them still have like dead giveaways.
Does everybody know these people? You can. Tell me how to do it.
Since they're not really frozen. He's like, dude, I see your fan. There's your wife, dude.
Is this louder than the last one? It sounds it to me.
Dude, stop it. It's one at a time. Hey, let's meet some meetup guys, Nathan. You're on mute. You ain't gone.
Nathan was Nathan was on TikTok for quite a while. Enoch of TikTok. He's on one of my debates. He does come on towards the end. When I was hosting a debate on there, it's one of, I don't know, it's probably about a year ago on my YouTube channel. And he popped up with all of his Analemma bullshit, and everybody, get Nathan on, he's going to destroy you. And he can't, and he couldn't have been nicer.
Glad he's got his own thumbnail.
One of my favorite ones was like early, like those days that we don't want to remember days. And it was that judge, and he showed up as a cat, and he was like, I don't know how to get this damn thing to turn off. They're like, To be fair, that was pretty funny, what she's talking about there. The bloke is dressed as the cat on the Zoom. You're a cat right now?
I've seen a newsreel like that, but I think it was a dog that I saw. Just a dog.
Oh, you just type it manually. As long as you get the name right, it tags them, does it? Okay.
Staring at the screen and the
yeah, he was active on. It was really funny because Globey McGlobeface posted a clip because Nathan Thompson was in bed with some woman, and he's like, "I'm too busy at the moment." Put his camera on so you could see him with his woman. And they just rips the shit out of him, good, saying, "Oh, he's losing his virginity" and all this shit.
The news guy, he's like crying. He's laughing so hard.
I just like news bloopers are one of my favorite early YouTube like rabbit hole binges, and I love news blooper reels. They're just so funny. People falling down and like they're taking something so serious, like reporting to you live, blah 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 blah. Where there's this, and they're like, "Hey," in the background. I'm
not sure this is going to be worth watching. I want Nathan Thompson to start talking about flat Earth. Does he? Has anyone seen this before?
They're like dancing.
Hey, Nathan, tell some of your meetup patrons that you actually know a guy with a Don Pettit tattoo.
Here we go.
He's gone again.
Who's Don Pettit?
I don't know. Britney Spears' dad or something.
Don Pettit, his portrait hangs at the Cabbage Patch Museum.
Is he even going to talk?
I love him. DJ was one of us for a while, but he couldn't handle doing 2 shows a week. But he was
Mark over us.
He was a sombrero for a while. I still talk to him all the time.
He still is a sombrero. He's an honorary sombrero. He will never not be a sombrero. He is a sombrero.
Oh, I can't be doing with this. They're too happy. They're too happy and lively. It's pissing me off already. Yeah, all right, I'm probably going to... What's the time? 9 o'clock. I'm going to go and see the Famo and get myself something to drink. I'm pissed off for a bit. Cheers, everybody, for watching tonight. Cheers for the super chats. Cheers for the memberships. Much appreciated. Got another... I'll probably be putting out something every day this week and probably next Sunday. I'll be doing live again, maybe before that, I don't know. I work very, very early mornings, so it's difficult for me to do lives when it suits most people, so it's probably always going to be fairly quiet when I do them. Cheers, everyone. I'll catch you all next time. Cheers. Adios. Thank you. Bye-bye.